Hi! In my last video, I mentioned that I'm quite the fan of Darren Criss. What I didn't know at the time was that Darren Criss would announce a tour the week later. So I spent this entire week going crazy thinking that I wouldn't get tickets, which is ridiculous because both me and my friend have been sitting at our computers 24/7 just refreshing that page until it finally released the tickets. We got tickets! Yay! Tickets! By just complete awesome coincidence, he's having a concert, a tour, when we are both in New York. Oh, I'm going to New York for the summer. Yay! They've also offered these meet and greets packages where you get to actually, meet and greet Darren Criss after the show. And it's made me think, is meeting your favorite celebrity really a good idea? Will they live up to your expectations? Will you say something really dumb? What if they are rude? I just feel like there's so many things that could go wrong. I've been in the situation twice where I've met people that I really look up to, and I'll tell you both stories. So the first story is at a supernatural convention. I was so excited. I bought a ticket and I was prepared to meet Misha. I'm a pretty die-hard Supernatural fan and I was really nervous. I was 19, I just moved to America, so I didn't have anyone to go with, so I just went by myself. Okay, so you're alone, but that's fine. It's a room filled with people who like Supernatural. You'll make friends really fast. It's gonna be great. It wasn't. I'll tell you the story. So I started talking to the girl sitting next to me. Hi, my name is Caroline. This is my first convention. I'm so excited. First convention, really? Yeah. Are you new to the fandom? The show's been on since like 2005. Oh yeah, I know. I watched it from the beginning. Yeah, I've been to like all the conventions. Like I shipped SDL from the beginning. And I met like the cast like a million times. That is so cool. Are you doing the meet and greet thing later? Yeah, obviously, with the entire cast. Really? Oh, I'm just doing it with Misha. Yeah, like all the side characters are just as important as the main characters, like seriously. Without them, the show would be nothing. Yeah, no, of course. It's really expensive. True fans care about the entire cast. But, SDL. And that girl was not the only one. It honestly felt like everyone was just competing for the affection of the cast by trying to be the best and biggest fan possible. And honestly, that scared the shit out of me because I thought I was a pretty big Supernatural fan. Apparently I wasn't. I was barely a fan. So I kind of just wandered alone for the rest of the convention day, and that was fine because I knew that I was gonna meet Misha and that was gonna be awesome. So I stood in line and I waited, and eventually we got taken into this little room. We were 5 people and I was the last person. So when it was my turn, it was just me and Misha and a photographer in a room. I go up and I'm like, Misha, that's so funny. He comes over to me and gives me a hug. He probably saw how nervous I was. Ugh. And then I start rambling. Oh, like a crazy person. I'm just like, I'm the biggest Norway fan. What? And then I start trying to correct that sentence, and I'm like, I'm a fan and I'm from Norway, and he then gives me another hug, and I'm like, and I remember thinking, oh my god, he is so soft. Anyway, then he asks, what do you want to do for the picture? And I'm like, oh shit, there's the photographer. Yeah, I'm like, well, we got this hugging thing going on. Should we just do like a hugging picture? And he's like, yeah, let's do a hugging picture. And we hugged for the 3rd time, and it was really cool. Then I'm kind of just like, okay, fine, it was nice to meet you. Here's picture proof. So it was a really cool experience actually meeting him. Even though I kind of blacked out, I'll always have the picture to remind me that it actually happened. But I did not like the stressful, competitive environment among the fans. However, that was not fun at all. So the second story is completely different. I'm in New York and I'm all by myself walking down the street. It's close to midnight and I'm taking a detour home. Suddenly, BAM! Starkids! Joey Richter, Dylan Saunders, and Joe Walker is standing right in front of me. And I freeze. I'm just like, Okay, I didn't point, but I was in shock. Right before this happened, I had seen Godspell on Broadway and I bought a poster from that show, so I was carrying this big bag, which was see-through. Joey Richter then turns around, sees the bag, and he puts his hands on my shoulders and he says, "Oh my god, wasn't that the best show ever?" Joey Richter's hands are on my shoulders and I have no clue what he's talking about. And I kind of looked to my left and I realized I'm standing right outside the Book of Mormon theater. So he thinks that I've seen Book of Mormon, which I haven't. And I said, "Oh, I just came from Godspell. I didn't see Book of Mormon. I'm so sorry. I've heard it's really good though." And he looks at me with the most disappointed face and says, "God, I'm gonna talk to someone who's seen this show." And he walks away. I'm left standing there just like, no. Joey. And just completely heartbroken when Dylan Saunders comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, you saw Godspell? I have a friend in Godspell." And I'm like, Dumbledore! And he's talking to me, and then Joe Walker comes over and he also starts talking to me, and everything's good again. So at this point I realized they have no clue that I am a massive Starkid geek and this is like the biggest moment of my life. They don't know that I've spent countless hours online looking at their faces, and I suddenly get really embarrassed. And I don't know if I should tell them or if I should just continue the conversation as a normal person. But I feel like this is my chance, you know? So I decide on telling them, because you should tell people who inspire you that they inspire you. So I kind of smoothly goes, "Oh wow, speaking of, you know, theater and Broadway, I like your Starkid thing. It's fun. It's fun. Harry Potter, yeah. It's totally awesome." And I was proud of myself for not going like, "I love your faces." At this point, Joey comes back into the group and we're talking about Starkid and it's awesome. We talk for a little bit longer and then I'm like, okay, I don't have anything more to say. I should just make an excuse and get out of there before I do something stupid or before I jump on one of them or something. So I ask them really like nervously, "Would it be really awkward if I get a picture?" And they're like, "No, not at all. Picture proof." Then I just go, "It was so nice meeting you guys. Hopefully I'll see one of your shows one day." I just head down the streets until I hit a corner, and then I just go, "What?" So I'm going to compare the two meetings. The first one with Misha Collins was so nice, but it was also so staged. He was essentially being paid to be nice to me. I was super nervous and I didn't act like myself, and I probably looked really stupid. The one with the Starkids were just such an amazing experience where I really felt like they were being themselves and I was being myself. I know that this was a 1 in, well, 6 billion chance of happening, but it was so magical and it felt so real and it was, oh. But again, I did feel like I made a fool of myself. So finally, I think that a meet and greet is really cool. If you just want to meet your favorite celebrity, take a picture with them and maybe give them a hug. Don't expect it to be this grand experience, just don't expect too much. So with Darren Criss, I've decided that I'm not gonna do a meet and greet, simply because I would rather not meet him than having to meet him in such a stressful environment where I feel like I have to fight other fans to get to him, or where I actually have to pay him to be nice to me, if that makes sense. Also because, as I have shown, I get really stressed and nervous and I start rambling, and that's not how I want to come across to my favorite celebrity. I'm just not gonna do it. I know this video has become super long, but before you go, I just want to prove my point by showing you a video from what happened last time I tried meeting Darren Criss.
That poster, I'm gonna kill it. There I go.
Yeah, in case you didn't see what happened there, my poster was blocking the view of the girl behind me who was trying to take a picture, and she got really mad and she grabbed onto my hair and my hats and pulled me backwards. So that's the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think. Have you ever been in any situation like this? Have you met your favorite celebrity? Did you make a fool of yourself? Let me know and I will see you soon. Bye!